Hey, everybody.
Yeah, that's the energy.
Yes, that's the energy we needed.
Like Michael Jackson.
Archive Podcast.
We are going to be talking about. We are going to.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right. We're over.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nerd Archive Podcast. My name is Louis. I have Lola, Yadi. Justin is not here today. He is working, but I am sure that he will be watching. And with us, we have Sophisticated Gentleman, a.k.a. Ryan. Ryan, how's it going, my guy?
Ooh, I've been pretty busy, but I appreciate y'all having me on. Things are starting to calm down a little bit, so I'm excited to discuss a very exciting Marvel development with y'all.
Oh yeah, listen, we missed you. You were in a couple episodes back, and we missed you. We've missed your knowledge. We had the other Ryan, which it was a downgrade for sure.
You have the better beard, the better Ryan, all the good stuff.
Yeah, no, I the better internet, the better computer, everything. So guys, it's here. It's finally here. I am very excited. I told you I was gonna come with a different energy, and it's all Deadpool, and Wolverine,
Exactly.
or Wolverine and asshole.
Can you
I
say
don't know if
Deadpool
you-
one more time?
Deadpool and Wolverine, Wolverine and Deadpool, which is funny because when we first started talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, when they said that it was gonna happen, we talked about the movie as in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here first. The official title of the movie was Deadpool and Wolverine, and you can go back. I'll find it. Look, it's down there. What the episode number? It's down there. You're gonna. Yep. That's for those that are seeing the edited version.
Hey, Louis, could you just tell me like next week's Powerball numbers as well?
Yeah, well, I played. So maybe if I win, then the next episode will be all together. Because
Not
I'll make
private
sure.
island.
Nah,
What's that mean? Mm.
no,
He's like, I
no, I don't
don't
know.
love you that much.
Yeah. Listen, I saw a meme today. It said, if I win the Powerball, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but there's gonna be signs, and it's a house like full of cars. That's gonna be me. No, but we win the lottery. We're gonna have our own studio. We're gonna do this. I'll make sure that Yadi, I'll give you enough money for you to not have to work, Lydia not have to work, and you can move down here and travel back and forth between Florida and Michigan as much as you want.
Sounds good. Thank
Sounds
you, boss.
great. Yeah. You're welcome. That's a reference to the trailer. All right, so you guys watch the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine.
No.
No,
No.
damn it. Yeah, it came out.
You know, that's the only thing I actually watched from this weekend.
From the Super Bowl.
Yes. It's the only thing.
So Sarah and I were talking about this because she told me that it broke the record, or it was the most watched broadcast since the Apollo launch.
Wow.
The what? The Apollo moon landing. And she and I came to the conclusion that it's three factors: Super Bowl fans or football fans, Swifties,
It's true.
and the people that wanted to watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a fourth one, which is the people that actually.
SpongeBob?
What?
Didn't you see that Nickelodeon had a whole thing with SpongeBob and watching the Super Bowl?
No, but Nickelodeon is. There's going to be a docuseries coming out about the dark times of Dan Schneider.
Oh, I did hear about that.
And the trailer also released this week. about the dark times. We might talk about it. We might not. It's a little touchy situation. But we'll decide. We'll talk about it.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So it's coming out on HBO Max. So stay tuned. So there's a fourth group of people that watch the Super Bowl, which is the people that watch just for the commercials. Guilty.
Oh.
Guilty. I just watch for the commercials. I don't watch football at all. My weekend, my weekend is All-Star weekend for the NBA. I will watch. I will take time off just for that weekend because I want to watch everything.
Yeah, I'm still not.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just communicating. I'm just letting you guys know. Moving on.
No sports.
Trailer.
No sports. Trailer was great.
Yes, there was a lot of Easter eggs,
Yeah.
and not only Easter eggs, but the last thing that we're going to talk about is the last Easter egg in the last scene of the trailer, which is the future of the MCU.
Not to mention all the cameos that were in there.
Yes,
Remarkable.
we got Pyro, an older version of Pyro, which I don't know if you guys noticed, but Pyro's suit resembles a lot of the comic book suit, but then a little dirtier, like he's been wherever, like in the desert, like Mad Max type of feel for a while. But his gloves, they go all the way to his forearm, and they resemble a lot of the Captain America gloves all the way up with the same wrist straps, everything. So that's kind of interesting. There's
How many times did y'all watch the trailer?
on which platform? Because I saw it on YouTube like 16 times and that's not counting the breakdowns because
Right.
every
Yeah.
time-
No, I meant just the trailer.
Just
yeah,
the trailer. Okay.
Yeah.
Like 16 times on YouTube. I follow Ryan Reynolds. I follow Hugh Jackman on TikTok. So they both played it. I follow Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on Instagram, so I watch it on there too. Facebook. Actually, Facebook was the first spot that I saw it on.
Me too.
And-
yeah.
I don't have a Facebook, so I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am also too young for Facebook.
Yeah,
too.
You calling us old then?
1,000%.
The oldest soul in the room is you, Ryan.
This is quite true. So maybe on the other side, I'm too old for Facebook.
Maybe you're one of those that takes a picture for Facebook like this on the couch.
Bold of you to assume I know how to take photos on my phone.
Hey, well, listen. What do you guys like? What was the without talking about the last scene, because I want to leave that for the end.
Because he's the last scene. Got it.
Right. Correct. But it's the most important.
Yeah.
I did watch it 69 times. Justin's in the house.
Hey, Justin.
Half
He's
of himself.
Justin.
Oh, I
No.
like that he changed his
Yeah.
his picture.
Yeah. AI made that picture for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is that the one that I sent you, Justin?
It looks like it.
Yeah. So without talking about that, what was your favorite part and what are you most excited about?
Okay, I'll go. When he's in the TVA and they start showing videos of the Avengers.
Yes.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Is that what he says?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's the best part. One of the best parts.
I was
And
laughing. I was like, "What the fuck is
very
he
excited
doing?"
about that.
yeah. Yadi.
I have a few favorite things. One is not shown technically, but I do like how everything looks like like MCU but bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they had to do that switch. But then something they didn't show and I liked is not a lot of it.
Mhm.
You know, like they showed enough for you
Right.
to want more. It's not like what we talked before that they just show too much.
Right.
And then
Old MCU trailers.
Exactly.
They've
Okay.
learned.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they listen to our podcast.
Yeah. Ryan.
Oh, I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan, so I loved the reference to Planet of the Apes with the 20th Century Fox logo broken in the background instead of the Statue of Liberty from Planet of the Apes. That was so cool to me.
It's funny because the most pictures that we've seen about the set, it's that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was on purpose. That's what they wanted you to see.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part?
The pegging comment.
that was funny.
He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to intimidate me? Because I'm not new to pegging. Disney might.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was because that is how we opened the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So they started off with Deadpool, like straight up. They actually had the word fuck in the trailer. They didn't blur it out. It's funny because if you pay attention, you can hear it. But in the captions, they actually like do the
mix it up.
F. No, they do the F, the asterisk, and the K.
Mm.
But you can actually hear it. Yeah, of course I liked it, Justin. I'm not familiar with it. Or am I?
We know you are.
Yeah.
Apparently, the
Well, no.
actor playing the TVA agent was a big deal in the TV show Succession as well. So, once again, I think it's cool Marvel bringing in so many people from so many different types of media.
Yeah. He was also in Pride and Prejudice.
Prejudice.
Yes.
That's him?
That's the main character.
Oh, that's Darcy?
That is
That's Darcy.
him,
Yo.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mr. Darcy, by the way.
Yeah, that's Darcy.
If y'all were interested. He's also in the Loki series.
Oh, is he?
Barely, but he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to go rewatch season 2.
Yeah. So when they have him in when he is talking to Deadpool or Wade Wilson, I guess. The interrogation room. Do you guys notice anything different from this interrogation room than Loki?
It's not orange. I'm watching the trailer right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's not orange.
I didn't pay
It's
attention.
actually green.
It is green.
Oh.
And the green in the TVA means like
Loki.
the archives. So everything in the TVA is color coded.
Mhm.
So the orange is the containment, is where everyone is brought in to when they actually show up for the first time to the TVA after they've been captured, interrogation rooms and all that. So it's when they show the green, two things. Either they're hinting that we're going to see Loki, and they changed it because Loki is holding everything together and the color changed. But it can also be the archive rooms because in the series Loki, we see the green, and I did this on purpose.
Ooh,
The green behind me,
I like it.
so I can bring this up.
So does this imply maybe that Wade is not a variant? He's being brought in for some other reason.
I think he is brought in to help the TVA.
Hmm.
And I
Do you
think
have a theory as to what the helping is going to be?
so I think that they have someone that they need to catch that is in the void.
Oh.
And the reason I say that is because there's a scene where one of the TVA agents gets dragged by a purple smoke.
Yeah.
And that is...
The Thing.
Help me.
Azeroth or whatever his name was.
Yeah, the guard, that big
Yeah, the
giant
cloud guy.
smoke. Yeah. So that tells us, and at the end of Loki, we see that what's her face that ended up being the villain in Loki season 2?
Ravonna Renslayer.
Yeah. She ends up in the void and she sees the smoke because she goes from being a regular color to like all of a sudden being purple.
Mm-hmm.
And they cut it. If they wanted to show that she was taken by it, they would have shown that she was.
Kind of like Wilson Fisk, we don't see that he's being shot when we hear the gunshot in Hawkeye.
Right.
Ooh,
Correct.
I like it.
Correct.
Question: do we think? I just saw. I'm watching it. I'm watching the trailer again, and that scene where he's in the woods and it's snowy. It kind of looks like the scene from Avengers where they start, like the second one,
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. That area where it's snowy. I can't remember the castle or whatever it is that they're nearby.
It's in Sokovia.
Yeah, that. Do we think that he's going to travel back in time and eventually end up there for some reason?
I think that we're going to see everywhere that has been a battle in the Avengers movies.
I think we're going to get a montage, truthfully.
Yeah.
Are we going to get to see the OG6?
I don't know if in this movie. I think
Okay.
we might see them in Secret Wars,
Ooh.
which I will talk about at the end. So I don't think that we're going to see the Battle of New York because they used that in Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we might see everywhere else because if you notice when they're showing him all the TVs and he sees all the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
the first one we see is Hulk. I want to talk about that. The first one we see is Hulk, but that scene, it's in those woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that if we go back and watch every single thing, we might see, because the scene where Iron Man shows up also in those TV is also there. It's in that movie in the beginning when he slides.
Yeah.
So
The last one is Thor with an eye patch.
yes,
And
From
so
Thor
I
Ragnarok.
think that's, yeah, that one.
And it's not that eye patch, he just missing the eye because it's the last scene where,
Oh,
yeah, it's after he loses his eye
yeah.
and his eyes turn into lightning.
And there's a lot of Captain America too in those TVs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling right now. We're
And
getting an Edward
Taskmaster.
Norton joke.
Yes. So I have a theory that we are going to see Deadpool and Wolverine fight Hulk,
I would love.
Ooh.
but I don't know which Hulk because it would be too easy to give us the MCU Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they might give us Incredible Hulk because it was the scarier one of the three.
And the one that was
Do you-
always fighting with Wolverine too.
Right.
Do you think that's why they have because for when they've been filming what's the movie with Captain America?
Brave New World?
Yeah, how they have released pictures of him and what's her name? Hulk's love interest, but the one from the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, Betty Ross.
Yeah, how they've been releasing pictures of her and Captain America together. Maybe this is where they're gonna mesh those two together.
So that'd be really cool because it'd be something different, I guess. Also, here's why I think that Hulk is going to show up. We get a scene like in a casino. there's a theory New Rockstar had that it said that the person in front of, because who we see is Logan, because we see his hair, the person in front of him is Remy LeBeau.
Oh.
But Channing Tatum, Remy LeBeau, because
Oh.
he was supposed he signed a contract to be Remy LeBeau, but the movie never happened. Something happened that they scratched the movie. They said, you know what, just throw it away, and it never happened. So this might be our way of seeing Channing Tatum as Remy LeBeau, which would be cool. However, the point of that I bring up to this scene is the suit that Wolverine is wearing, or Logan, is a white suit. That white suit is from a comic book series that he teams up with Hulk. And it's kind of a weird story about casinos and stuff, because you see also the Hulk dressed in the same suit, obviously larger. But it's weird that they would bring that up and not have the Hulk when that storyline is based around Wolverine and Hulk. And also, the first time we see Wolverine, his first appearance is in a Hulk comic book.
Oh.
It wasn't his own comic book. It was just loved so much that they gave him his own comic book.
And I think to that point, too, the fact that the title isn't Deadpool 3, it's Deadpool and Wolverine. This is equally Wolverine's movie as it is Deadpool's, according to the title. So.
Right.
Do you know what the running time of the movie is, speaking of which?
69 minutes.
Heard. Sounds good.
That'd be really funny.
We barely got the title and we barely got the date.
Okay.
And it's not rated yet either.
Well, we all know it's going to be rated R.
We'll see.
Yeah, but knowing how it always goes, that if we get a teaser, because this, granted, this was a huge teaser. We're going to get a full trailer within the next couple of weeks. Here's my problem. Hear me out. When I heard that this movie was coming out, I got excited. Okay? There was no date. So it was like, I don't know when it's going to happen. So back burner. It's happening, but it's in the back burner. I got to see how amazing it's going to be because just of the trailer, I have never, or not, it's been a while since I've been this excited over a trailer.
Because they left you wanting more.
Yeah. DC or Marvel or Star Wars. It's been a while since I've been this excited about a trailer. And now we have a date. So I can't wait. I can't wait. So now I'm like, July 26th cannot be here any faster.
I am having some horrible flashbacks to 2 years ago when we got the teaser trailer for Multiverse of Madness. We had all these cameos teased, and then we got the final movie, only 2 hours, and not nearly as exciting as it was hyped up to be. And so I'm still very excited for this movie, but I don't know. Multiverse of Madness scarred me a little bit, and so I'm still trying to recover from that.
And I understand.
I think that brought everybody's expectation to be lower. So now we know what we're going to get into, kind of. And then it might be surprises.
Now that we're dated.
You say that, but as soon as I saw the trailer, my expectations are real high. So when I saw that movie, yes, nothing can be worse than this. And then I hear that Madam Web was worse. Even people that went in thinking, you know what? Let's just give it a try. Something fresh. We're not going to compare it to anything else. Came out thinking This was garbage. This was
Oh,
garbage.
is Madame Web is already in the movie
The-
theater?
The ones that were able to see it, like the premiere.
Oh, gotcha.
I will be waiting until that has the $5 ticket to AMC to see that.
I'm gonna wait until that is in some streaming service. Because I'm not even gonna pay $5 for that. Because the main character, the actress, she wasn't even excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that says a lot. Yeah.
It's probably because of all the hate that is getting.
Yeah.
But
I hear-
I do feel that it's a lot of female lead movies don't get
Black Widow?
the Black Widow, the Marvels.
Marvels didn't deserve any of the hate.
They
Right.
don't. They get a lot of hate, and I just feel like it's just the society. Like
Yeah.
it's stupid.
And I completely understand that. And I agree. I just the creators that I kind of listened to were the ones that didn't talk about that. Where more the villain was very like cookie cutter. There was the acting. They actually talked about how the acting between the three Spider Women was the best part, and it was amazing. It's just the movie itself, like the way the editing it. Straw Hat Goofy said, I literally felt like I was watching a TikTok video. Like the quality of the movie wasn't there. And whenever they did some references, it wasn't like subtle references. It was like the movie stopped into a halt to make the references. Like they referenced Ben Parker. But it was like, did you meet Ben Parker? And it had nothing to do with the story.
We'll gotta see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
see a movie.
I mean, after Morbius, I'm not that surprised.
Yeah.
Right. What were you gonna say, Lola?
No, I have a quick question. I don't know who this is, but it looks interesting and it looks, I don't know, suspicious. I'm gonna send it on the group chat because I was able to take a, what's it called? Like a screenshot of my computer of
Did
it.
you send it to?
The Nerd Archive.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to. Can you send it?
Can you send that in a better quality?
No.
That's
Just
from
kidding.
the
you send it
YouTube
to
video.
Ryan?
Yeah. Please hold.
Hey, since we mentioned that white suited Wolverine before, I've seen a lot of the stuff that is from Madripoor Adventures
Mm-hmm.
and Madripoor Nights, something like that. And then that might be where they show the Wolverine with the eye patch, and
That's
it might
the
be-
comic book that
Yep.
comic book series that I was talking about.
and then it might be what's his name, Harry Potter. It might be a
Daniel
very
Radcliffe.
random- Yeah, it might be him. We'll see.
I thought you said Daddy Ratcliffe.
Daniel.
Same.
Same
You said
thing.
it so fast.
Same thing. I actually think that we're going to see a lot of different versions of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it's called that.
You think we're going to see the Origins versions?
Of
Like the X-Men Origin, like from the movie X-Men Origins?
I don't think so, because we talked about this in the last episode that
They use Wade
they,
in the previous Deadpool movie, like
in
his
Deadpool
version
2.
in the Origins.
That's right.
So if they already used that, they might reference it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt. It's
Right.
always funny.
Right. They might reference it, but I don't think that they're going to show him. I don't think that we're going to see a fight between the two of them. It'd be cool, but I don't think that it's going to happen. Justin says, I hope not. Yeah, I hope not either. Well, if we do see it, obviously we know who's going to win. So it might be
Probably Deadpool.
a good, right. The one talking or the one not talking. But so did you send it to Ryan?
I did.
Okay, so
I'm just trying to figure out who that is.
Looks like
So-
Doctor Doom a little
Doom.
bit.
right,
Almost, right?
right, which I'll talk about at the end.
Okay, my bad.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. No, you're fine. I'm glad that you brought that up.
It's a Voldemort follower.
Yeah,
Well, there's that, and then there's like a very brief cameo of somebody that's bald, but kind of looks feminine. So it kind of looks like the Sorcerer Supreme from Doctor Strange. But
she's sitting on a chair.
is she really?
Yeah,
Oh, that is a chair. No, you're right. Still kind of looks like the Sorcerer Supreme though.
there's a character, and I can't think of her name right now, but she is kind of a variant of Xavier in the comic books.
Oh, okay. It might just be Xavier then.
Well, she's a
Xavier.
female.
Any?
Xavier.
Xavier.
Well,
Javier.
Javiera.
Just imagining now they bring together every bald character in all of Marvel just for like one big
oh
bald
my
battle.
god, that would be amazing,
fight.
Ryan.
Like Xavier versus the Ancient One versus Wilson Fisk.
That'd be funny. And they call it 8-ball.
The shiny one.
Who's the cue ball? There's so much to unpack in this trailer that
There really is.
and it's a teaser and it still left me with I this is not enough. So
He looks so weird with the freaking hair.
yeah, it's so weird, and I was hoping it wasn't true that he grew that and then that's what the MCU was going with, and then they ripped it, and then you see the
Is it a little hair
staplers,
check?
the staples. That was hilarious. So
the little details.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but when they're singing "Happy Birthday" in the beginning of the trailer, it doesn't look like he has a happy relationship.
Mm-mm.
It looks like they're struggling. And there's a scene where they're sitting in kind of like a doctor's office, and he's frustrated. But is it a doctor's office or is it a couples counseling?
I have a question about that actually. Isn't she dead?
In the
No,
second movie,
He saved her.
he goes back and saves her. That's why he fixed that, so he can go back and save her.
See,
With Cable's machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember him fixing Cable's machine, and I remember him going back. I just don't remember him bringing her back because of that whole scene of like, you have to let me go and whatever.
Yeah, but it's Deadpool.
Yeah, he didn't bring her.
This
He
is true.
just saved her that moment. That's it.
Okay.
And she calls him Red. But in the trailer, she called him Buddy. Like they're friends more like than actual couple.
I wonder if
unless that's a variant.
yeah. I wonder if this is all like his wish, because you know, like when he's like blowing the candle, and as soon as he blows the candle, they knock on the door, and this is like what he wished for, to like have some action.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we
possible.
see him wearing like a uniform with his name tag on it.
Yep.
So he might be, because he's not a mercenary anymore, so he might not be bringing in the money that he was.
He's unhappy.
He's
Well,
unhappy.
yeah, he might just be unhappy, which might be putting a strain in their relationship, or just there's 1,000 things from like their story that might be weighing on them.
There's a theory that the scene where they're sitting with like the doctor's office is them getting news that she is sick because she's supposed to die, and
That's another thing.
now she died quickly, and death might be punishing them by giving her a long death.
Reminds me of the Doctor Strange episode in season 1 of What If.
Yeah. That you can never change it. She's gonna die anyways.
I was
That's-
thinking more
That's an event.
supernatural. When Dean is death for a day and he saves a little girl, but then like a bunch of other people die because somebody has to die.
Right. I remember that. That's the scene where
Yeah.
they're sitting in the cafe talking to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone did one of those as well, which I think it's an interesting concept. How that
Very.
is a trope that you just see so many times, and yet it's something that I don't know. It keeps popping up in pop culture because it's such an interesting idea. The idea of what is death, and I think Deadpool, if they do go in that direction, will put such an interesting spin on that idea.
I agree.
Ryan, I'm sure you saw the movie Time Machine.
I haven't, no.
No? Okay. So that's a great movie. So the point of the movie, and I think we talked about it on here before, the point of the movie is that there's this scientist that he's trying to build a time machine, right? But he falls in love and he's kind of puts it in the back burner, and they're going out for their anniversary or some special event, and he's gonna propose.
gonna ask her. Yeah.
He's gonna propose, and he goes into this. They're walking, and she sees something inside a store, and I think he sees the ring that he wants, and he goes in, and she stays outside, and it's in like the 1800s. So this guy built the first like motorized chariot, and the brake comes loose and it goes off and kills her in front of the store. She dies at the point. Then he feels guilty and he wants her back. So he goes back to building the time machine so he can go back and save her. He goes back, he finishes it, he goes back, saves her. Something else happens and she dies. And then he goes back, saves her, and tries to avoid the second thing that happened. And something else happens and she dies. Like, it didn't matter what he did. It always happened. And then he's lost in his thoughts. He gets in the time machine and he wants to avoid the whole thing, and he goes forward. He gets out. The moon is like destroyed, and the earth is being destroyed by the moon, and he gets in the time machine, and there's a kind of like an earthquake, and he gets knocked out, and he pushes the lever to go forward, but because he's knocked out, he goes past the second ice age into the humans trying to repopulate. They're back into being like Neanderthals, and then not only that, but there's a different race, but it's not a different race. It's the humans before evolving, and they're like kind of beastly like, and they live underground. So that's the whole premise of the movie. You should it's Time Machine. You should watch it.
I'll need to check that out. It sounds a little bit like the H.G. Wells book. So
I think it's based on it.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
I think it's based
And it's
on
Guy
it.
Pierce.
Oh, okay.
Also, I thought the main character from the future, the main character from the future was Zoe Saldana for the longest time.
No.
It's not, but they do look very much alike.
Yes, they do. But it's a great movie. But
Excellent movie.
It's another movie that touches on that. Like it's also the premise of Final Destination.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally
Death
the
will always
premise.
find a way. And it does not like to be cheated.
Right. So I think that is what we're seeing in this trailer. I don't know how I remember what we were talking about after all that, but
You're doing
Go back
great,
in your time
sweetie.
machine, go back to see what we were talking about.
yeah, so it was fun. It was Trying to reel it in. It was fun. So this movie, I'm going to say it again. I cannot wait for this movie. Another reason why I'm getting to the end. Another reason why I think the Hulk is going to be part of this is because the picture you sent, he looks like Dr. Doom. Perfect. That's great. The machine that he's sitting on, there's this dish that shows up. That reminds me of the Incredible Hulk, the pulse weapon that they use against Hulk. In the same following scene, we see Deadpool getting thrown through a wall and landing on the 20th Century Fox, which, by the way, it was buried, like Ryan said in the beginning of the episode. But the only thing we see is the X of Fox about the X-Men. So he lands on the sign, but then we cut into him being on the ground and asking someone to help him up. So that's two different scenes.
Yes, you see the background.
Right.
Different, yeah.
So him being thrown that way, it looks like someone kicked him or threw him. And it could be that he got hit by the pulse weapon or he was thrown by the Hulk. So it's either one.
I love how one of the scenes when he's like going through like a car window and then his arm is broken.
Yeah, and then he yanks it.
It's like like right away.
Yeah, it's a callback to the first movie.
Yeah, he's learning. Yeah, because it took him a while before to kind of get back into place.
Yeah, well, in the first movie when he's hitting Colossus and
he breaks his
he's like, oh god, how did the dinosaurs fear the T-Rex? When he's being dragged, what he does is that movement to pop everything back into place. So it's a callback to that scene. There's a lot of callbacks.
And on top of all of this, too, as I recall, unless I'm misremembering, wasn't Elektra from the old Elektra movie confirmed to be in this movie?
Yes.
And we have even
Correct.
nothing to do with her.
Daredevil.
So there's so much that's going to be going on.
Yep. And Ben Affleck
Also-
was confirmed.
Yeah. I said earlier Taskmaster from what they were showing on the TV and the TVs. It's not Taskmaster. It's that fight between Captain America and the French guy that's in
Le Troc?
In
yeah,
the boat.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I have that
in the
remembered.
boat.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact.
So,
Also,
there's
like
that.
Justin's comment about going back to world-ending paradoxes, similar to Doctor Who. When you try to change a fixed point in time, you end up with world-ending paradoxes, kind of like the Series 1 episode, Doctor Who Father's Day, where they try to save Rose's father. Same idea, and so I'm very curious to see where Marvel goes with something like that.
Well, not just that, but the character that is talking to Deadpool, his name is Paradox.
Ooh.
So, right. So yeah,
I'm psyched for this movie.
I know. So when Deadpool, the last scene of the trailer, Deadpool's on the ground and he's like, "Are you gonna stand there or just gonna help me up?" And all of a sudden we see in the trailer that we find on the internet, there's a scene that they cut, but the one that they showed in the Super Bowl, you can actually, it's blurred out and you can see Wolverine. And then they show the shadow on top of him. But the one that we find online right now, the one that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have been showing, they don't show that. So, fun fact, we see him laying on the ground and he says that, and all of a sudden Wolverine walks up to him, the shadow, we see it, and it kind of like towers over him, and you can see that he's taller, and it covers him. But then it's a reference to Deadpool always being in the shadow of Wolverine. But then Wolverine or Deadpool moves his head up or tilts his head up, and you can actually see his shadow covering Wolverine's, like saying, I'm here. We're equal. And then all of a sudden Wolverine takes his claws out and picks him up. So when he's laying on the ground, there's two things. There's a green bottle of soda, which we see in The Incredible Hulk when Bruce Banner is working at that plant that he bleeds onto the bottles. And we see a comic book cover that's destroyed. It is Secret Wars issue 5, which shows 2 characters. It shows Doctor Doom and the Beyonder. However, in that comic book, there's something called Battle World. That's where all the characters show up to have like an epic battle. And in the comic books, that's the Void.
Ooh.
So that is probably where we're seeing this happening. That everyone's going to show up in the Void, and we're going to see everyone battling it out. We're going to see the MCU characters. We're going to see the X-Men. We're going to see the Fantastic Four. We're going to
Hell
see
yeah.
everybody. Because the only way for the MCU to claim their throne is to top Endgame. And how to top Endgame? It's by bringing everyone back. Every single person. Making sure that battle, that last battle on Endgame looks like nothing.
Like
Compared-
child's play.
Correct. Compared to this.
So this could be it, Lewis. We could finally get your favorite actor, Tom Cruise, as Iron Man.
How
about now?
How about no?
How about no?
Thank you.
It'll be funny if they actually show him in Deadpool and Wolverine.
And he dies. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Kind of like the John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, I hope he turns into
Noodles?
like not even noodles, Jello. I don't want to see him. He better like melt.
Like what's it called? The Grandmaster
Yes, I
in the
hope.
What If episode. Just blah, blah, blah.
Yep, I hope he does, and I'm gonna buy that movie, and I'm going to rewind. That is gonna be my most Tom Cruise scene ever.
You're gonna print it out, frame it,
Oh
get
yeah,
Tom Cruise to autograph it.
I'm gonna get one of those like pixelated screens that you can put in a 5-second clip and it just loops. That's gonna be on my PC. I'm gonna switch out one of the glasses for that on my PC. Just replaying that scene over and over and over and over.
So let me ask you all this. If they do end up having just some crazy, insane battle, anyone from any Marvel production ever could enter, which character and which actor playing them would you most want to see?
Damn, that's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question. Yeah. Good job, Ryan.
Thank you.
I listen. Travis brought up a good point, and I want to answer your question with sort of what he brought up. I want to see Josh Brolin Thanos and Josh Brolin's Cable next to each other.
Just like
Like, look at each other like, what?
the fuck?
or Deadpool making a reference instead of to Cable, because we saw it in the second movie that he said, "You Thanos looking motherfucker." we get it the other way. He sees Thanos and he's like, or are we going to see how Thanos got his scar on
The
his face?
testicle chin.
No, he has a scar on his face, and it's 3 slices.
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Ooh.
So are we gonna see that?
So a
That'd be-
prequel, or it happens at least for Thanos before all of the other events.
Right.
That
Because
would
we already saw a prequel of 2014 Thanos
Mm-hmm.
in Endgame,
Mhm.
and he already had it.
And these movies are so wibbly wobbly already that like anything can happen with time.
Yeah, and he's made it a point to say that he's been to Earth before.
Mhm.
So
True.
that'd be interesting. So, how about you guys answering Ryan?
I forgot the question. What was the question?
So if they have this huge battle scene that Lewis was talking about, and they can bring back any character from any previous MCU project, which character and which actor playing that character would you most want to see?
I would like to see Blade by
Oh,
Wesley Snipes.
Ooh. That'd be cool.
Good one.
Yeah.
Really good one.
Good one. Wow, I didn't think about that.
I'll be. Oh, it would be funny if they actually if they bring Ryan Reynolds' character from Blade.
hey.
Blade Trinity, yes.
That'd be funny. That'd be really funny.
Because they have to reference everything that he's done. Because they already referenced Deadpool. Are we going to see Chris Evans as Torch?
Fuck, I hope so.
You just want to see
Flame
him without
on.
a shirt.
No, I want to see Chris Evans as Human Torch because that was one of my favorites before, the MCU actually had better stuff than Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Which is still the better Fantastic Four anyway.
It's still the best Fantastic Four. Do you think we're going to see Sue Storm and the rest of them?
Well, they're already casted. But the movie's already done, so I don't know if we're going to see the new ones. Because they just casted them.
That's a
Unless
bummer.
they just throw in a scene in there.
Real quick with Reed Richards and Sue Storm just doing some sciencey stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I hope we see Spider-Man.
Which version?
I'm going to say Tom Holland. I think that we're going to see Tom Holland. I don't think that they're going to show us anybody else until Secret Wars. Or they might show... Here's the thing.
There is a Secret Wars Spider-Man suit.
Right.
That would be fun to watch whenever.
Right. I just don't think that they're going to... They're going to show any other Spider-Man because it won't be as big as seeing them in the last Spider-Man. It won't have that impact.
I think they wait on Miles Morales for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield back, but I don't think we'll see Miles until something bigger.
Right. I think Secret Wars, or they might actually introduce Miles in this one.
Well, they're actually there's a team that Kamala Khan is getting ready to put together. I don't know if you've seen the Marvels, but
No, I haven't seen it, but is she putting together the Young Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So, and we're gonna see Beast because he was in the Marvels, like the post credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how he got there, right?
what I saw is that Monica Rambeau, or was it? It wasn't Monica Rambeau, right? That got dropped into a different timeline.
She
Yeah.
yeah, she stepped into it. Yeah.
I saw the post credit scene.
Yeah, I don't care if I spoil it for you.
No.
But yeah,
Really?
like
Well,
it'll
the
be
movie's
fun.
already on streaming services for about 2
Bite
weeks.
me.
For
Yeah.
about 2 weeks, so
Bite me. Spoilers.
Silver Surfer.
Oh, actually, yes.
That'd be cool. The beginning of him though, I don't know if you've seen like the old cartoons, but it's actually him involved in the Kree and the what's the name? The green looking people.
The Scrolls.
Oh,
The scrolls in the Kree is all in that story.
Mm-hmm.
How he started all this stuff.
That's gonna be exciting.
see, my controversial opinion is I liked, as much as I had some issues with Multiverse of Madness, I like how they at least brought back and to an extent redeemed the Black Bolt character, same actor from the Inhumans TV show. I'd like to see some sort of redemption for Danny Rand with Finn Jones playing him. He doesn't need to be Iron Fist. I'm more than happy if Colleen Wing stays as Iron Fist, but some kind of redemption for Danny Rand would be cool.
Oh my god, you look like him. I just realized that.
I also cannot
Really
do any
good.
fight scenes, so I guess I am just like him.
But it would be awesome.
Yeah.
And going back to that whole point of the female leads, I thought that one of the most powerful scenes was in Endgame when all the female characters showed up and teamed up together.
Well, that's what I mean. And like, the Elektra movie was an alright movie. Like, it wasn't as bad as people made it out to seem, but it was a good movie.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was
you
the
don't see-
beginning of this whole
It was the
thing.
beginning. They were still figuring it out. That being said, I liked Elektra, and I think they called her the Treasure. I don't know her actual name though. The younger lady in that movie. She had powers too, but she was hidden
And
by her
Elektra,
dad.
it's been so long.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
I need to watch it at some point.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that or the old Daredevil movie. I haven't seen either of those.
Actually, now that we're talking about that real quick, that or the villain in that movie, he had the
Bullseye?
no, I like Bullseye, but no, not him. There is a villain that had tattoos that came to life,
Yes.
and not Poison Ivy. I think it's called, her villain name is like Typhoid Mary or something along those lines. She's the one that kisses Elektra at some point or another, and she starts dying from poison.
Sort of like Venom. Like
Kind of.
Not Venom. What's her name? Cobra?
Something like that
From
from
the
the
Wolverine?
Wolverine.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Any
be
character from the Elektra movie, I think, is going to be cool.
Agreed. Okay. Do you have any other questions, Ryan?
I think that question was more than enough for me, at least.
You know, it's funny. Everyone that we've had in the podcast in the last couple episodes, that's the question we asked them. Who do you want to see that hasn't been announced? And here I go again. Who did I say that I was hoping to see? Pyro. Who did we see in the trailer? Pyro. So
Lewis, you are a fortune teller of the future. Like,
this is what happens when you
whenever-
read the comic books.
when I need to know, like, who's going to win the World Cup in a couple years, I'm going to come to you. And
Colombia.
my entire life savings on that team. And then if I lose it all, I'm going to blame you. And if I win it all, then I'll thank you.
You forget about me. I don't know who this is. All right. So, do you guys have anything else on this trailer?
Forgot that one thing you were gonna mention about Hulk, Deadpool in the skull. Is that what you were gonna mention before?
No, but I'm glad that you brought that up. There's a go ahead. You say it because I forgot completely about it.
That's what it is. I think that's basically the skull head that Hulk's bed is on.
Yeah, in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But
Yes,
it's a quick thing that they show.
that's another Hulk reference. So there's a bunch of things that are pointing to that we're gonna see Hulk. Is Hulk gonna be one of the villains?
I hope so.
That'd be cool. Finally, after he was considered for the Avengers villain in like the original 2012 movie.
Yeah, which it would have been great, but I'm like we said in the episode before, I'm glad that we actually got Loki because he had a whole arc that was amazing, whole redemption from villain to hero. So, all right, so Ryan, you have your own podcast.
I do, yes. So I just actually started up season 2 of my podcast, Cases of Continuity, streaming on Spotify and Apple Podcast. This season, I am digging into the original Sherlock Holmes books. So I am going through each of the books, kind of discussing how they were originally written, the story behind that, and then looking at the individual mysteries and how they connect to each other. So it's super fun, one of my all-time favorite book series. I love mysteries. So I'm looking forward to diving more into Sherlock Holmes this season.
Which is
Nice.
amazing. Which we've seen 3 superheroes on screen playing Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, I forgot about Henry Cable.
I hate how you said that name.
Is it? I've never. I pronounced it completely wrong. Is it Cavill?
Yeah.
I've only ever saw Man of Steel once, and then like I've never seen anything else DC.
Which they don't say his name.
Oh,
They actually called him Clark Kent. But
See, I always thought Clark Kent looked a little bit like Superman, but like I don't know, there's something.
no, that's weird.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. All right. So, when are you dropping new episodes?
Yeah, so episodes release Wednesday mornings at, I believe, 6 a.m. is how I've got it set up. And so you can go ahead and check out the new episodes once they drop there. So my second episode on the second Sherlock Holmes book, The Sign of Four, should be released by the time this episode releases. And then after that, I'm headed into The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. A lot of fun stuff there.
Beautiful. Amazing. You guys, you can find Lola and Yadi. You can find their social media on the description down below on this episode. Also, you can find me. You can go on our website, thenerdarchive.com. You can have a small bio about us. They're kind of funny. They're AI generated, at least mine and Yadi's. And I make sure that I kept it on there, like fully AI, didn't change anything. So that's fun. Also, if you want to check out all of our episodes, you can find it on our websites. Our merch is going crazy. It's like selling out. So make sure you get those before they go. With this new season of the podcast, I'm going to be making new merch. So stay tuned. Make sure you join our Discord so you can see when they drop. And that's it. I hope that you can wait until July 26th for this movie to come out. And I really hope it's a good movie. It's Deadpool. It's not gonna disappoint me. I say that, and now.
Say that now.
Yeah.
Rock on wood.
I'm just imagining the episode title by like in July, once you guys have all watched it. Worst movie in years.
Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine. Trash. No, never. That's ridiculous. All right. So with that being said, thank you, Travis, for being active in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get to read all your chat, but we will. I've read through it. I promise. Justin, dude, thank you for being here. Sorry you are not present, but thank you for being in the chat and being active. I hope you're not working too hard. And with that being said, we'll see you next week. My name is Lewis. We got Lola, Yadi, and Sophisticated, aka Ryan. I forgot what I was going to say. Hold that thought.
Click all the things.
Thank you. Stay nerdy. Be yourself. See ya.
Bye.